Hi everybody, welcome to my channel, Gardening with Dad. I am Faiz Raihan. It is 4 o'clock in New York, and today I am going to show you my tomato garden. You see over here is my tomato plant, and these are all my tomatoes growing. They are right next to my green beans. And you see this is another tomato plant, green tomatoes here and a red tomato right over there. You see this tomato plant has one green tomato growing right there. And you see this green tomatoes, you see there's lots of green tomatoes growing on this plant. You see we are growing lots of green tomatoes in my garden. I am going to not harvest all of my green tomatoes. I am going to let green tomatoes grow into red. I am going to only harvest 2 green tomatoes because I really want to share with you a recipe of how to cook green tomatoes. And green tomatoes are also still very edible too. It doesn't have to be red. Red tomatoes has a lot of minerals and vitamin, but green tomatoes has more vitamin and minerals. Red tomatoes and green tomatoes are also very good for you. Now let's harvest. Wow, look how big and beautiful this green tomato looks. Let's harvest it. We also have here one big green tomato too. Let's harvest this one. I harvest 2 green tomatoes. I don't need too many tomatoes because we don't need too much. I'm going to cook these green tomatoes with red tomatoes and my garden sand. Now let's harvest that. Wow, look how big and beautiful this red tomato looks. I think this red tomato is enough for us. So let's harvest it. For this recipe, we need stems. So let's harvest my fresh stems or hyacinth beans. So up top of my hat, you see there are lots of stems growing. So now let's harvest a little bit of them. I have here 1 red tomato, 2 green tomatoes, and lots of hyacinth beans. I am going to cook these with rui mach. This is rui mach fish from Bangladesh. I am going to marinate this rui fish from Bangladesh. So I'm putting in some halud. Now I'm putting in some salt. And I'm going to mix them all up. And after it's mixed, you're going to leave it on the side for 10 minutes. Okay guys, this is the very interesting part because this time is the cooking part. I'm going to cook with my dad and it's going to be so fun. So I'm going to show you my ingredients I'm going to use for this recipe. You see, this is my garden sim, and you're probably saying, why is there so much sims? Yes, because our garden is providing us so many sims. And we also harvested this bowl of sims too today. So we harvested a lot of sims. This is green tomato. I chopped my green tomato in shapes like this. And this is the red tomato. We chopped it the same way we did on the green tomato. And I'm also going to add some potatoes. So I chopped my potato in shapes like this. For this recipe, I need 1 bay leaf, some cumin, and red dry chili pepper. You may use red chili powder or green chili pepper. And I need some ginger. My dad is going to fry this fish, but only half because we are going to cook this fish later on anyways. And we are going to fry these potatoes. My oil is hot and I'm putting some oil. And I'm going to wait for 30 seconds for my oil to be hot. My oil is hot. Now I'm going to put my bay leaf. I'm going to cook this for a little bit. I'm going to put my cumin and my red dry chili pepper. And I'm going to cook this for 1 minute. Now I'm going to put my onion. Cook this for 1 minute. And I'm going to wait until it is a little brownish light color. I changed my pot. I'm going to add in some ginger. I'm going to cook this for 1 or 2 minutes. I am putting in some water. I'm putting some hold. And I'm going to cook this. For this recipe, I am not putting any garlic. So I'm going to put my green tomato. And I'm going to cook this for 1 minute. Now I'm putting red tomato. And I'm going to cook this for 1 minute again. Now I'm going to put the potato. And I'm going to cook this for 1 minute again. I am putting in some salt. And I'm going to cook this and stir. Now I'm going to put a little bit of water. And I'm going to stir for 1 minute. So I'm going to cover and it's going to cook for 4 or 5 minutes. I'm going to add my seam. After 5 minutes, we are going to put the woolly fish in. I'm going to cover the pot and I'm going to cook another 5 or 6 minutes. Okay, my green tomato with Louis fish is ready. And wow, look how yummy and delicious it looks. I can't believe it. I'm so excited to try this. Wow, look how delicious and yummy it looks. It looks very good. Now let's try some. I already can smell that it's very sour. Mmm, it's very juicy and delicious. Now I'm trying the potato. Mmm, it's so sour and hot. The potatoes taste very good because they're sour and very juicy and you can swallow them easily. You can eat this with rice or roti. I am going to try it with my rice. I hope you enjoyed my green tomato with Louis fish recipe. And if you like this recipe, and if you think that this recipe is very delicious for you and very healthy for you. Thank you for watching this video. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next video.